Hello, this is the week 5 discussion of my summary assessment. I'm Richard Solis. There was 5 questions asked. The first question was, what is your key summative assignment? My summative assignment or summative assessment, the two individual students are going to create code for a unique upgrade to a game that includes nested loops and compound conditionals. I'm going to have them work in partners also, and they combine their 2 enhancements. They each create one. They're going to combine them into one group, one game code as pairs. The partners, that way, after they do that, they're going to create a video of the game that they built and begin playing that exhibits their enhancements of the game and then explains how and why they created their enhancements. And then finally, the enhanced game and video is going to be posted on a discussion board. So they're going to do that individually so they can get some peer review from that also. How does this support the second question, how does this support my students in demonstrating their mastery of their standard, mastery target? The standard is to design and iteratively develop programs that combine control structures, including nested loops and compound conditionals. And it supports the standards because the students are going to use the code for basic gameplay that they have written. So they start out with a pseudocode that I give them, and that's one of their formative assessments. And they're going to build that code, and then they're going to create new code that includes loops and compound conditionals in new and unique ways that adds to the game value. The third question is, how is this going to be assessed? I'm going to assess it in a rubric, and the rubric criteria are going to be the Python enhancement code runs without error. So the gaming code runs, there's no errors. Students' unique code must contain, it says iteration, that should be iteration and conditionals. And new game features created by students must be additions to gameplay that are not just superficial changes, not just color or size, etc. There's something that they're adding to the game. Video of the game being played exhibits the enhancements created by the students. So when they create their video, it has to show that section being played that they coded. They can't just kind of show basic gameplay and explain it. They have to actually show their code being run, and you can see that in graphics or whatever it matches up with. And then the description describes how and why the game enhancements were created. So it goes into the thinking why and how they made those enhancements. The next question, fourth question, will be, how will you communicate with the instructions and nuances to your students to empower them to understand the work and be successful? I'm going to publish them to the web. Meaning right now I'm working in Canvas, so I'll definitely have information on a Canvas page for them that they can get to that gives instructions on the different steps and stages they need to do to complete the assessment. Create an exhibit, an example. So I want to get an example of them of a completed project. This usually would be easier the second time around because you can use students' previous work. I might have to actually do one here to show the students so that they can see a completed project. And then finally, I always like to review the rubric with the students, go through the different parts and explain what we're looking for so they get some in-depth explanation on that. The fifth and final question is, what is one specific element or component to the assessment that I would like to appreciate receiving feedback on? I'm really good on getting feedback on anything, but really on what's a good method for students to share the video. I want them to post, but I have some specifics on how to get them to post the video. Creating the videos, they're doing that. They're working on that in class right now. They have some things that they use. They're using Flipgrid. Getting them to respond to each other's posts. I think that's what's a good method of getting them to respond to each other's posts, and in a way that gives them good feedback. So those are my those answer the 5 questions that were asked for this week's discussion. Have a great day.